recording? My guy, man.
Yes, sir. It's been a long time, baby.
Yeah, man. Welcome, man. You already know, man. Got my guy, Deacon Jerry Ford in the building, man.
What it is.
WCDB 90.9 FM.
Oh, man.
Tour New York is in the building, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen to this story. Don't forget the 8. WCDB 90.9 FM. You heard what he said.
You heard it.
All right, man. Like I said, I got a special guest in the studio tonight, all right? So he said normally he's getting his rest because he's got to do his segment, you know, in the morning that he does, you know. But shout out to my guy, Deacon Jerry Ford in the building. And the crowd goes wild.
What's going on, man? What's up, baby?
What's
in
good,
the building.
man? Yes, thank you for coming through, man.
Man, you know it's been a long time coming. We had talked about this probably like maybe a year and a half ago, man.
Legit, probably exactly a year ago.
Yeah. So long time coming. Blessed to be in the building with you, big bro.
Right, man. You already know, man. We got a lot of history together, man.
Yeah.
And I look at you as a mentor, a big brother, a father figure, all that, man.
Yeah, so man. Appreciate
definitely
that.
Shout out to you for, you know, you coming through.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Everything you've done for the community in advance. For me, I'll say that before on the record before we even start with anything, right?
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
So, yeah, man. So we'll jump right into the interview because I know you gotta get back to the kids, get back to the family, get your rest.
Yeah.
So who is Deacon Jerry Ford?
Man, first and foremost, man, Deacon Jerry Ford is a man of God, man. You know, I put my faith before anything because without my faith, I wouldn't be where I am.
Right.
You know, I'm a husband. You know, shout out to my wife, to my queen.
You
know what I mean?
Pumpkin.
Yes, Miss Pumpkin, Miss Elvira.
Miss Apple Chris. Shout out to her.
Hey, Mario said Miss Apple Chris, babe. You heard him, man.
That's Apple Chris in the Capital District.
In the Capital District. She got the awards to prove it, man. Don't play with her when it comes to cooking, man. She throw down in that kitchen. But yeah, man, husband, man. You know, we've been January. We've been blessed. We'll be blessed to see our 18th year of marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Congrats, black love.
Yeah, man. I'm a father, man. You know, of 3 beautiful children. My sons, Jerry and Juriah, they're 16, 13 respectively. You know what I'm saying? And we got the queen, the baby, the princess Olivia. She's 5, man.
Right.
Amongst, you know, being a man of God, a father, a husband, I'm also a community leader, man. I love my community. You feel me?
Right.
It's like, man, you know, God saved me for a purpose, and I'm out here in the community. And just doing the work that, you know, I felt needed to be done when I was a young man growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I love that, you know, community leader, entrepreneur, you know, started my own business. You know what I mean? Me and my wife, we came together. We you know, we was blessed with the vision of Team H.E.R.O. That's the business that we started, you know, a nonprofit organization. Man, we got a magnificent team behind us, man. The strongest in the Capital District, I would say, you know.
Right.
And I dare anybody to bring it on and prove us otherwise. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm also the head deacon of my church, United Ordained Church. Shout out to my pastor, the Bishop, Dr. F.A. Edmonds, man, where I've been a part of the congregation now for 13 years now, man.
Right.
Yeah. But on the flip side of that, we could, you know, I can go, man, but on the flip side of that, I'm also an ex-con, man. You know what I mean? I did 5.5 years in prison.
Right.
Been to prison 3 times, man, and I'm a true testament, man. If you want to change your life, it's more than possible, man. It's past possible.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what's the quote that you use? It's what you said. State convict to.
Yeah. From state con to a state employee, man.
Right.
State con to a state employee, man. You know, like I said, been in prison. I did 5.5 years in prison. Not bragging about it, but just putting it out there so people understand that, you know, there is a other side to incarceration and reentry. And, you know, people who go down that path, they lose a lot of hope, you know.
Right.
But after I came down that path, 5 years after being incarcerated, I was standing right in front of Barack Obama when he was at Hudson Valley, man.
Right.
Went to Hudson Valley, got my degree in business, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Valley.
Shout out to the Valley, you know, they
it's
paved the way for me. Yeah,
Facts,
man, the Valley official, you know what I
Right.
mean? The Valley is official. I got my business degree there, man, and from there, man, just didn't really look back, man. Just had a blank chalkboard, and God allowed me to write my story, man, and it's just been a blessing ever since.
Right.
Yeah.
So where's Deacon Ford originally from? You're not from the 518 because you got the little twang in your.
Hey man, shout out to Pompano Beach, Florida, Deerfield Beach, Florida, man. I'm from Broward County, Florida. I was born and raised. I moved up here probably like when I was about 20, I want to say 26, 27 years old.
Right.
And I've been here in the Capital District. December make 15 years.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm born and raised in Florida, Florida boy. You know, walk around barefooted in the dirt and the rocks. My wife be like, "Why you walk around barefoot all the time?"
Right.
Like, that's what we used to do, climb trees and all that stuff, man. Yeah. But shout out to Pompano, man. You know, Pompano on the map. We got a few emerging artists that are coming out. You know, Kodak Black, most notably, and a lot of young guys. The scene is really hitting. You know, back in the days when I was doing my thing, we was trying to pay the way, and like, you know, for the hip hop scene, you know, it's really starting to break through right now, man. Shout out to my man Proof. Shout out to my man T-Dog, man. Shout out to my boy Hood Diesel. They down there doing their thing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what was like the biggest transition? Obviously, besides the weather, because they get cold out here. So, what was the biggest transition from, you know, living a lifestyle in Florida and then coming up, you know, to the 518?
So, you know, I mean, I talk about it a lot. You know, I don't brag about it. Like I said, I talk about it so people can really have a true look at what it really was. And one of the biggest transitions, man, leaving the life of a drug dealer, man. I was a drug dealer. I was a robber. You know what I'm saying? And when I came here, man, you know, I completely humbled myself. And when I say humble myself, I'm like to the point where I was going to the soup kitchen and eating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the point like I was going to the Salvation Army and getting clothes and stuff like that. To the point I was going to, you know, the food pantry. And so I think that was the biggest transition because, you know, going from where you could spend $1,000 a day and riding around in cars and doing all this stuff to, you know, walking and catching a bus and stuff like that, you know. But I just knew that there was more to my life than, you know, what I had been doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Word. So beyond, you know, you doing the family stuff, the community stuff, what else do you feel like is, you know, something that Deacon Ford has to offer the community?
So the family community, man. So I am, you know, I'm a motivational speaker. That segment that you were speaking about, I call that morning motivation, man. So each and every morning, weekday morning, you know, to the best of my ability, I'm up between the hour between 7 and 7:30. I jump on my Facebook Live, man, and I just put a word that we go right from the scripture, man, and I just, you know, God has blessed me with the ability to, you know, to bring that word and to motivate people and give them hope and stuff like that. Kind of just share my story and stuff like that, man. And so, that's something big that I bring to the table. I know, cause them days that I don't jump online, man, they be on me. They in my inbox. Right. They're like, "Where you at? I need my word." That's how I start my day off.
It's good to have people, feel me, to have accountability over you. Feel me?
Correct.
It's good. It's
correct.
Really good.
And it's good to, you know, to know how people view you. You know what I'm saying? It may be something that you may seem as like, you know, I won't say insignificant.
Right, something that's light. Yeah.
It's something that's light. Let's use that word. It's something light, you know what I mean? But it's very important to someone else.
People,
right? Yeah. And so, like, you know, like this weekend, I was in Chicago. Last weekend, should I say, I was in Chicago. And so I came back Sunday evening. I did my family, you know, kind of shut the phone off and just locked in with them.
Right.
And so Monday morning, I missed my morning motivation. And boy, they was on my timeline. They was in my inbox. They ripped me up, bro. Like, where you at? And so then, you know, it just made me look at, wow, like, a lot of people really...
Yeah, people are watching and listening. Definitely.
People that have made this a part of their day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, I got to tighten up and be a little bit more conscious about that.
Right.
You know, but I'm also, you know, I'm a storyteller, man. In telling my story, I find freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I've learned along my way, man. I find freedom because in my freedom, you know, somebody else gets hope.
Right.
You never know what type people, man. We're in the era, man, is like what the boy Drake say, view angles. You know what I'm saying? It's all about making the perfect picture. But what's behind that picture? Right. You know, my sister wrote a book called it has something to do with the mask that we wear. You know what I'm saying? So we put these masks on, and we mask up when we go outside. And people could look like they got it all together, but on the inside they don't have it together. And so I want to speak to that real you. I don't want to speak to the Instagram you. I want to speak to the real you and let you know that, man, it's possible. Your shortcomings don't define your future, and things of that nature. Yeah.
Word. So you hear him, man. Motivational speaker, deacon, community activist. He does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, for real.
So Now let's talk about, you said you just went to the Chicago conference.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit.
So this weekend, man, I was blessed. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was blessed to go to the Community Leaders Institute. This is a national conference. They do it each year. Community leaders from all across the nation, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, and all across the continental U.S., man. We had about 1,000 community leaders in the building. We was in Chicago, man, right downtown. And just coming together and being able to build and talk about what other people are doing and what's working,
right.
what's not working, ways to get programs funded, how to hold our elected officials accountable, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, man. Like we were discussing earlier before we came on, before even the first word was said, man, as soon as I walked amongst these people, like the energy was crazy.
Yeah.
The energy was crazy, and it was just like the whole weekend was just fantastic, man. Shout out to my CLI family, man. Shout out to y'all, Miss LaShawn, Miss Deb. You set that up. I appreciate you, Trip. They Trip, which is the Troy Rehabilitative Improvement Program. They was the one who sponsored us. It was 8 of us went out of Troy and we flew out to Chicago, man. And we was a lot of different breakout sessions. I got an opportunity to see Cabrini Greens. And for those who don't know, Cabrini Greens was the first housing project. This is where all the chaos and confusion that you see in Chicago, the gangs and all of that, all of this started in the Cabrini Greens, man. This is where they put all the blacks. They dropped all the guns, they dropped all the drugs, and they felt like we was going to exterminate ourselves, man.
Right.
But we always rise to a higher level every time we face with adversity. Yeah.
Definitely. So what do you feel like being, holding the hat of a community activist, what do you feel like is the hardest part of getting the community involved?
Man, so it's like we've been conditioned to this point not to care, man. It's like so many things we don't even care about anymore. Like it's stuff going on like this. Say for instance, this evening I attended a community meeting in regards to funding that is going into our city, the city of Troy. You know what I'm saying? And once again, it's only a handful of us show up. And when you look around the room, it's the same handful of people who always at these meetings. You know what I'm saying? And these are important meetings. These meetings determine how the dollars fall in our communities. And while they're dictating that the dollars should fall downtown, they're going to build up downtown.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? What about the areas where we need the help at? The areas where the housing just is dilapidated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Poverty, food insecurity, all of these things are going on and nobody seems to care. So I think the hardest thing about that is just trying to get the people motivated.
Right.
But for so long you haven't received anything, and so people lack that hope. It's like, I'm just gonna take this for what it is and I'm just gonna accept it. But we're better than that though, man. As a people, we're better than that. And so we just, try our best to show them, forget the talking. You know what I'm saying? Forget the talking. Let me show you that your life could be better. And, we're starting to see people get on board. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's one of the hardest things is just, instilling hope and letting people know that there is change, Yeah.
Right. So now on the other end, so you got Team H.E.R.O and other organizations that you're in. So what do you feel like, or what are you doing, as a community activist and, a neighborhood leader to give people this hope?
Right. So the organization that me and my wife started is Team H.E.R.O. H.E.R.O stands for Helping Everyone Recognize Opportunity. We started this organization after volunteering at Detroit Central Little League. Shout out to Joyce and Mac Henderson, who really brought us in the game. You feel me? So we was volunteering down there. My wife got pregnant. She was pregnant with Olivia, and we stepped back from that. And during that time, God gave me a vision on how we could come out and we could just, really help the youth and the families of our community. And so we partnered up with the Oaks of Righteousness Cafe, and we just used to go down and play some music, man, and buy pizza and just tell the young people, once again, storytelling, man, tell them about our story. And I made these cards up, man. I made these cards up right here, Team H.E.R.O. And I started to hand the cards out, and the card hit a certain individual's hand, and they saw it and they felt the energy associated with it, and they just said, I want to help you take this to the next level.
Nice.
And so from there, man, we created this program, man, the Block Center, man. Shout out to the Block Center,
Shout
which
out
is
to the block.
shout out to the
Facts.
block.
That's
you feel
where it
me?
all started.
That's where it all started. That's where it blew up at, man. I mean, it really
Yeah.
blew up, man. We started this program, the Block Center, man, which is a positive youth development program. Shout out to the Troy Boys and Girls Club, Mr. Patrick Doyle, man. Appreciate you to life, my brother.
Right, shout out to Pat.
Yeah, shout out to Pat. He allowed us. We came in, man, and you know, while we was in the Troy Public Library meeting and talking about what we wanted to do for our organization, I mean, for our community, 2 young people lost their life.
Yeah.
So the library sits on 2nd Street, and on Old 6th Ave, 2 young people were killed. A 19-year-old and an 18-year-old, they were killed, and a 14-year-old got shot. And we was like, how are we going to continue to meet in the library and talk about what we're going to do? Once again, actions speak louder than words.
Right.
When they dying. I mean, literally, like round the corner, they dying. You know what I'm saying? And so we went in and we talked to Pat and we said, you know, we want to create a program where we can, you know, actually pour into our youth. And he opened the doors. He said, whatever you need, Jay. You know, whatever you need. Me and actually, shout out to my sister, Miss Jennifer Crespo. You know what I'm saying? You know Miss Jen. That's my girl. You know what I mean? So we went in and we talked to Pat. You know what I mean? And he said, yeah, whatever y'all need, I'm here for that. And so we got some of our other friends and associates together. Mr. Steve Figueroa, my man Chauncey, Matt Rector, you know what I mean? Of course, my wife, Miss Elvira. And shout out to anybody I may forget. Please know it's not intentional, all right? It's not personal. You know, I'm on the spot right now, man. I'm in here with my man Rio, man. You know, I'm on the spot right now, man. So if I forgot your name, please don't take it, you know what I'm saying, in any way negative, but he allowed us to come in, and man, and we started this youth development program. We're in our 4th session right now, man. Nice. And I'm so proud to say, and I got to say this with all clarity and all emphasis because I feel like it's like been overlooked, and it made me feel a little certain type of way. But last year, man, I was in San Diego, California, and we accepted an award for the second best program and character and leadership development in the nation, bro.
Nice, congrats.
Troy, New York, the 2nd best program for youth for character and leadership development in the nation, man. There's over 4,000 Boys and Girls Clubs, and we was in number 2, man. So every time I get an opportunity, I put that out there because I let people know this is the power of community.
Right.
This is the power. This is our response to every negative thing, murder, violence. You can respond. You don't have to react. You come together, you organize, and you respond. And we responded, and we came number 2 in the nation, man. So that's what we're doing. We got Team H.E.R.O. Team H.E.R.O is the umbrella organization. Through Team H.E.R.O, we do a lot of community awareness. We've done workshops around mental health. We've done workshops around domestic violence. We've had a World AIDS Day. And one of our long-standing ones, which I'm very, very proud of, because we do it, in the spirit of Dr. Martin, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King is our Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Day observance that we do out of the Troy Boys and Girls Club also. Yeah.
Right. So for anybody who doesn't know, which most people probably don't know, so the way I even met Deacon Ford was literally through the Boys and Girls Club. So I used to work there. His oldest son was in my group. Shout out to Jerry and shout out to Jariah, and shout out to the guys. And but these kids, you could tell that they were, they came from a different home, feel me, where there was love and they had respect for adults, and they showed that they had good character, and it made sense when you met Mr. Ford, or you met Miss Elvira. When you met the parents, it all made sense because they reciprocated exactly what the kids did. So that makes sense because the quote is the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So 100%. Yeah. So shout out to y'all guys, and shout out to the young ones, and basically we met through the Boys and Girls Club, and we just connected, and it was always a vibe with me and Mr. Ford.
Yeah.
And we exchanged numbers, and ever since then, he's been supporting. He's wearing the brand hat on right now.
See me, man.
Spread love, not hate.
Spread love, not hate, baby.
He made sure he copped one, and on top of that, he made sure he wore it to the interview.
I had to, man. It's only right.
Definitely shout out to you for you coming through, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch it up a little bit, and we got another, main topic that he's coming to cover, and I'm about to drop a track real quick, and then we'll hop back into the interview. the next song you're about to hear. So speaking of Broward, we got Broward County in the building.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop a Broward County track and a Broward County artist.
Come on
So
now.
this one's by my guy Jordan Hollywood. He didn't put the 8 in his name, but that is fine. Jordan Hollywood. This one's called Testament. See boy DJ Hollywood. Don't forget the 8.
That's real.
If you're up, you might as well listen.
That was a tribute to JJ. One of his classmates made the song, and just wanted to, you know, it helped her along the process for her to get through what she was going through.
Right.
At 11, at the age of 11,
At
man.
the age of 11, right.
At the age of 11,
Right.
that's what she had to do to, you know, to grieve and get on the other side to try to find some healing behind the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know or didn't hear about it, so 2 years ago there was a homicide out in Troy, New York, and 4 people were killed and murdered, and
Yeah.
one of, you know, it was basically like a family that was close to, like I said,
Yeah.
I met Mr. Deacon Ford at the Boys and Girls Club, and that was a kid, as a family that was also at the Boys and Girls Club, so that definitely hit close to home for everybody. They ended up, finding, 2 people that they said were, in charge of, the homicide. So I'm glad they got somebody, behind bars for it. But at the end of the day, rest in peace to, the family, and they were all good people.
Yeah.
But so now shifting over to, Deacon Ford and why he's, here. He's here to, spread a message and, tell people about, a tournament that we're doing for the recognition of, our fallen soldiers.
That's real. That's real. So over the Thanksgiving weekend, man, we're going to have a basketball tournament. It's going to run from Friday all the way to Sunday. Friday all the way to Sunday is going to run, and it's in memory of JJ Jeremiah JJ Myers, man, and a young man who lost his life entirely too soon to senseless violence, something that's plaguing our communities, and it's happening way too often. Him, his mother, his little sister, and his mother's partner they were murdered. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say it like that because we can't say it, you know what I'm saying, in a cotton type way. We gotta say it from what it really is, so we can feel the sting of it, so we can realize what's going on in our communities. And so they were murdered over the Christmas holidays, man, about 2 years ago. But we hold them in high honor. You know what I mean? Because these were some of the sweetest people that you ever meet in this world. And shout out to Isaiah, man, right now. Isaiah, this was his family, man. And we love you, Isaiah, down there in the ATL. We love all the family members who are still here, who are still going through the grieving process. But over the Thanksgiving weekend, this year at the Troy Boys and Girls Club, we will have the All for JJ Myers Family Forever basketball tournament. We're asking teams to come in. You can hit me up, jump in my inbox about more information about the teams coming in. And we gonna ball, because that's what JJ loved to do, man.
Right,
JJ
100%.
loved to ball. Whenever, if you knew JJ, that's what he loved to do, is ball, man.
Yep.
I'm telling you, natural. I mean, if you look at everybody who knew this young man, they knew that he was headed for greatness, man. Like
100%, without a doubt.
without a doubt, you know what I'm
Without a
saying?
doubt.
And so we gonna ball it out, man. We gonna ball it out. We're gonna be at the club for 3 days. We're asking teams to sign up. Just jump in my inbox. But also, besides the teams, we need volunteers. We need donations. And I'm putting it out there right now, so I challenge you, man. Volunteers, donations, you could go on my page and get the information. And we just want to do it real big, because it was something that impacted our community in the worst way. Probably the hardest thing I ever had to experience in my life, man, Because, people could talk the talk, but it's when it comes time to walk the walk, you really see what people are made of. 100%. And I'm out here calling myself a community leader. I'm out here calling myself a deacon, a man of the cause of the faith. And then that was a time that my faith was tested. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And I had to really stand in the paint for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And I thank God that He gave me the strength. And I thank my wife for having my back during that trying time, man. I'm holding this picture up right here. Y'all see this picture on my live? This picture right here is me. Y'all see me on the end. Y'all see Mario. That's my son, Jerry, Jariah, Alexis. And right there in the middle, clowning as always, was the #1 JJ Myers, man. Clowning as always. That's what he did, man. And there's a few other young people in the picture. We was at a hockey game, RPI hockey game.
Right,
You know, we all.
I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Just like it was yesterday, man. This picture sits on my desk at work. I see it every single day. You know what I'm saying? I watch it every single day, man. And, you know, I love the young man like he was my son, you know. And this is what you do. This is our response. Our response is always love, man. Make love great again. Love has never lost its power. It's lost its popularity. Mm-hmm. And so it's up to us, you know what I'm saying? Like my brother said. Y'all see it on the hat. Spread love and not hate. We're going to make love great again, man. And so, y'all hit me up. Y'all, if y'all want to donate anything, we're taking monetary donations. If you want to donate a case of Gatorades, if you want to donate your time and volunteer, if you want to sponsor a team, you can sponsor a team, man. All proceeds are going to go to a scholarship fund and also go back into the basketball program. And you know, continue JJ's dream of being a ball player, and you know, help some other kids get out there and get the attention and the molding and the shaping that JJ had got while he was here with us.
Right. Yeah. So let them know where they can contact you. State your
Oh yeah, man. So everything on social media nowadays, man. Y'all hit me up. Y'all can go right to the number 1 Ford Ford BOY boy. The number 1 Ford boy. Y'all can hit me on Instagram, Facebook. You can email me at Mr. MR, that's mr.jerry, Jerry, Ford, Ford, @gmail.com. You can call the station and holler at Mario. He always know how to get in contact with me, man. But I'm going to say that again. That's the number 1 Ford, Ford, boy, BOY, at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all log on too, man. Y'all hit me on Facebook and catch that Facebook Live, man, in the morning. We call that morning motivation. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to let you know, you got your morning motivation coming up tomorrow morning, so I'm going to get you out of here. But before you go, so, 2019 is coming to an end.
Correct.
So I know you had a big year. You know, you did a lot of traveling, as you said earlier. Yeah. But what are you looking forward to in the remainder of the year, and then what are you looking forward going into 2020? Because that's a big year. Yeah.
So 2019 was crazy in traveling, man. We hit Florida. Family time was in Florida. Shout out to Ujima Journey, Aaron Sheetawisha Carter. Through his Ujima Journey, we took about 8 young people down to Washington D.C. We hit the the Great Blacks in Wax Museum in Baltimore, and then we went to the African American Museum in D.C. So we was in D.C. this year. We just came back from Chicago, man. And so I'm hoping everything be a little smooth, you know, kind of quiet going out into the year. But you know, whatever God say, that's what it's gonna be. Right. And then next year, man, I'm looking to release the book next year, man.
Nice.
Yeah. We got the book. You know what I'm saying? We looking to release the book, and I'm thinking about doing a short LP also, man. Okay. I mean EP. I'm sorry, short EP. Okay. Maybe about 8 tracks to go along with the book, and just kind of let people see that side of me. You know, that used to be my thing, rapping and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a name for the book yet, or are we leaving that exclusive?
I kind of want to leave it exclusive right now, but yeah, you know, cause you know I'm telling you this here, man. Listen, like you said, all music, no clout, man. We ain't clout chasing, man. So you put stuff out there over the internet, man. People grabbing, oh, I had this first, and they want to claim it and all that. So you got to keep some things a secret. You can't really reveal your hand until the time comes. 100%. But best believe it will be here in 2020. Once that drop, man, we're gonna start the major tour, man. We're gonna start a major speaking tour. I'm already out here, man. Shout out to Deacon Dr. Professor Horton, man. I'm already out here on the UAlbany campus with him in his entrepreneurship class. I'm out here. We're working with them right now. We're going to hit some of the other campuses. That's where we'll start our tour with the book and just putting that out there, man. And just, you know what I'm saying, trying to spread love and not hate, bro.
Right.
I'm running with the motto. You feel me?
Right. So, you know, in conclusion, so what are some things that, you know, community leader and activist would say to a younger community leader and activist?
Oh, man.
As yourself?
Man, listen, pause. That's what I want to say is pause and take it all in. See, what I find is like we be moving, especially with social media nowadays, you moving so fast and you seeing so many different things, and you don't really get a chance to stop and be in the moment. when you stop and you're really in the moment, it's good sometimes to just put your phone down and just enjoy the company of people, or really be at an event. Like, you know, sometimes we at an event and we just in our phone, and when we live and we doing all this stuff, and like you ain't even you at an event, but you watching the event through your screen, and you're right there in the moment. Man, be in the moment. Be in the moment. Enjoy the people that you love. Life is too short and unpredictable. Enjoy the people that you love and just be in the moment, man. And soak it all in. Tomorrow ain't promised. Make the best out of today. Make the best, the very best. And listen, man, I know that you got big dreams and aspirations, but everything starts with baby steps. So don't get disappointed, man. Just keep on taking them baby steps, and before you know it, you'll be there. I came to Troy. The only thing I had when I came to Troy was 2 cardboard boxes. 18 days out of prison, bro. 2 cardboard boxes. Everything that I own fit in them 2 cardboard boxes. And I just kept taking baby steps. Going to the pantry, going to the soup kitchen, going to the day labor spot. You know what I'm saying? Now I work for New York State. You know what I'm saying?
Started with 2 boxes, now you here.
Now I'm here, right? That part, for real, yes, yeah, man. But keep taking the baby steps, man, and be present. Really, really be present. I mean, we look to conquer the world, but there's some things that you could conquer right in your own home, in your own family.
Right.
And if you do the small thing like that, you really are conquering the world. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
So now this is my last question. So kind of my last question. So where do you see, you know, the brand? Because I feel like Jerry Ford is almost a public figure and a brand now. Jerry Ford. Yeah. So where do you see yourself 10 years from now? What do you want to, you know, speak it into existence? What's the most ideal situation you see yourself in 10 years from now?
Man, just telling the story, man. Just telling the story about the goodness of God. And when you put your trust in Him and you put your trust in your faith, you know what I'm saying? He can do big things. So I see myself really being on that platform, telling people about the story, man, what He can do if you give Him an opportunity to move in your life. Yeah.
Say that. Yeah. And this is actually my last question. So now, call us the $1 million question, because if Deacon Jerry Ford woke up and checked his bank account and had additional, I know you got 3 kids, you gotta have something there for them.
Right.
So if you woke up and you had additional $1 million in your bank account, what is the first thing you're gonna do with $1 million? Deacon Jerry Ford.
First thing I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna pay off my house, pay off my cars, and all of that stuff, man. I'm gonna cash myself out. I got to cash me out, man. And once I cash me out, then I'm gonna start putting that work in heavy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once
the funds is there now.
Yeah, now the funds is there. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of people think, like, you know, I got the organization Team H.E.R.O, and they see me at the Boys and Girls Club and they think that's where I work at.
Right.
But it's not like that. I actually work a 9 to 5, and a lot of the bulk of the things that I do pertaining to the community, I do that really on my free time.
On your own time.
So yeah, with that money, I would cash me out. I would buy my time so I could really put that work in how I really want to, and then I would just, you know, be able to invest into my team, invest into the youth, invest into the community real heavy, man. Because it is, I mean, you know, and not bragging it, but it's a movement. It's a movement. A lot of people know, like, I mean, a lot of people, especially from Florida, you know, not really up here in New York, but Florida, you ask my Florida family, they know, man, and they really see what it is. I got people right now, they man, we need you to come back home.
Right, we need this energy back home.
They calling me back home. They're like, man, we need you in Pompano, we need you in Deerfield. We see what you're doing up there in New York. We need you back home, man. But I can't cash out like that. So if I could cash out, man, that's what I would do. I'll buy my time, man, and I'll be able to, you know, put more into the movement. Yeah.
Say less, man. Once again, appreciate you for coming through, man.
Of course, baby. Of course.
You already know.
Man,
spread love, not hate.
Spread love, not hate. Y'all see it, man.
You know the vibe.
I ain't afraid to rock somebody else's brand, man. Other people won't do that. Shout out to my man Jamal, man. You know, I got the Devote hat. You know, I love supporting other people. I love seeing other people win, man. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? When you win, bro, I win.
That's a fact.
And a lot of people don't. I was explaining to somebody, I already won, man. Because coming where I'm from, like, I'm really from Pompano Beach, Florida. I'm really from Deerfield Beach, Florida. The guys that I ran with, some of them still in prison.
Right.
Some of them out there strung out on drugs. Some of them gone. They're gone. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this is a fact.
Real,
you know what I'm saying? So I feel like in my life, you know, almost being married 18 years, being able to go back and get a degree, you know, a high school dropout to a college degree, you know what I'm saying? From homeless to a homeowner, from state inmate to state employee, you know what I'm saying? From the prison to the pulpit, you know what I mean? All of those things are just like oxymoronic statements, you feel me?
All gotta go in the book. I'm
giving y'all a little test, a little taste right now, y'all feel me? When that book drop, yeah, y'all go get that thing, man. It's gonna be, of course, New York Times bestseller, man.
Facts. I already see it speaking into existence.
Already, man, already.
All right, man, so you got any shout outs before we head out?
You know, I always got to shout out to the queen, man. Shout out to my queen. I love you.
Miss Apple Chris, I need some of that, man. I need some of that.
You heard me call you Miss Apple Chris. Shout out to the queen, man. You know, shout out to my church family. Shout out to my morning motivational family. Shout out to my team, man. Team H.E.R.O, man. Like I said, I feel like we undisputed right now.
Right.
And shout out to you, Mario, man. Shout out to you, man, for everything that you've done, man, and all your accomplishments. I wish you the best, bro. And, you know, shout out to God, man.
Yeah, you already know, man.
The one who I praise, man. The one who I reverence. The one who gives me the breath of life, man.
Without him, it's impossible.
Without him, it's impossible, man. And with him, all things are possible if you just believe.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, he said it, man. He said it. So, listen, I got a little bit more time in the studio. I'm here till 12. So send me any requests you got, 518-442-4242. And let me know, man. It's your boy DJ Hollywood. Got my guy Deacon Jerry Ford in the building. We just made history, man. I never had a deacon in the studio before. But
well, you know, that's what we had talked about. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of changing that narrative. You know what I mean? I know people think about, you know, religion and faith. They think about it like it's this far off thing that it can't mix in this type of space. You know what I'm saying?
Music and all
correct.
that.
Yeah, bro. But it's cool. You feel me? Like before I was a deacon, I was a regular human being. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And God gave me my calling, so I have a side of me that is able to associate with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm no better than anybody else.
So we all human at the end of the day.
Exactly, man. So so we just wanted to change that narrative, man, and be able to show people that, man, you know, it ain't nothing like faith. Faith is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing to run away from. It really, man, it's something to run to, man. Because at the end of the day, man, you know, I've been in the hospital. You know, I've been in the hospital with people who are diagnosed with cancer. You know, young people. You know what I'm saying? That one they thought, you know, shout out to my man, sleep in peace, Joey. You know what I'm saying? Joey Santiago, man, you know, just had a cold. He thought he had a cold and he had leukemia. And so it come time that you're going to, whether you believe it, you know, your faith going to be tested. So I encourage y'all to invest in your faith right now. You know what I'm saying? Invest in your faith right now, man. You know, grab your Bible, man. You know, find your church, you know what I'm saying? Jump in my inbox. I'll give you my explanation. I can show you in the word what it means, you know what I mean? It is what it is, you feel me? Yeah. But can I give one more shout out, man, to Miss Eva Bass and Miss Tatiana, man, with the Black Expo. The Black Expo is coming, man.
What's the date on that?
That's November 9th.
November 9th.
Find me there, man. November 9th, you will find me there at the Black Expo, man. At the Black Expo, y'all will find me there, man. Shout out to them. I believe it's at the Capitol Center, downtown Albany. Shout out to the Black Expo.
All right. So listen, I got a last song of the night before my guy heads out. This is actually a track by him, right? He said it's a little old school, but I know he's got lyrics and I know he's got a message.
Yeah.
So we gonna run that real quick, all right?
Yeah.
So this is KMJ featuring Arthur Danzy, and it's called "What It Feel Like."
Yes.
It's your boy DJ Hollywood. Don't forget the 8, and you know what they say.
If you're up, you might as well listen.